Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be filming a answering questions and would you rather questions while eating my lunch video. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm really scared that people are going to see me right now because it's really kind of my first time filming in public, but whatever, who cares. So it is a really nice day out today. The high is like 77 degrees, which is insane. It's hotter here than it is in LA. It's really weird because it snowed like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, and it was the most snow I've seen since coming to college. But now it's really hot. So I decided that I am going to enjoy this weather by taking myself on a little picnic and answering some questions and some would you rather questions for a video. I have not uploaded a video in so long, partially because my life is so boring, but for my 47 subscribers, I decided that this is what I should do. I'm very excited about what I got to eat. I went to this place called Linden Store, which is this little deli that has really good sandwiches apparently. Everyone's been telling me about it. I've been meaning to go since last year, but I have never gone, so I went today and I got some sandwiches. I'm excited to eat those. And then because I am from LA, I did get pressed juice to drink as my drink, but I also have my water bottle. I'm really scared some sort of high schooler is gonna walk by here because I'm pretty sure high school just got out, since I see a bunch of what looks like middle and high schoolers walking around right now, and they're freaking scary, bro. Like, I know I'm older than them, but I don't know. Before I open my lunch, I have my questions on my iPad since I'm filming on my phone. So the New York Times has this thing called like 36 questions that lead to love, and you're supposed to do it with someone you're interested in or a partner, and I'm single as hell, so I don't have someone I'm interested in or a partner, so I decided that I'm going to answer them myself. I also have other questions that I thought of, and I'm going to answer some would you rathers. I don't know if this is going to be fun for whoever's watching this, but I think it's going to be fun. So let's do a lunch reveal. So I got 2 sandwiches. I'll insert a video of like what the menu looked like, but it was so overwhelming, and as soon as I walked in, someone was asking me what I want, and I can never make decisions normally, so I could really not make decisions in this case. But I got a Linden special and a baguette. I will include the description of what's in the Linden special right here. That's this guy. And then I got a kid's sandwich of the Isabella, which I'll put the description right here. And that's this guy. I think it's this one. I don't know. One is supposed to be kids and one is supposed to be normal, but they like really look the same. I mean, this one's kind of smaller, but it's thicker, so I don't know. I did kind of splurge on this lunch, but gotta do it for YouTube, am I right? And then from Pressed Juice, I got a blackberry lemonade. Oh my god, a car's coming. Oh my god, a car's coming. I don't know why I'm so scared. Everyone who lives in this town is either like a super old person or high schoolers. I shouldn't be scared of either of those 2 groups, but I'm terrified of both of them. Anyways, I got a blackberry lemonade because I had never seen this before. It was blackberries, monk fruit, black currant, and lemon. So we'll see how that is. All right, I'm gonna open my sandwiches. This one's the Isabella, and this one is the Linden sandwich. Before I get bloated from eating my sandwiches, check out the outfit of the day. I got my clips in, and I got my Velcro shoes on. Velcro shoes on. All right. Do you want to say that I just washed my hands before this? So I'm feeling pretty good and ready to eat. So I've got my 2 sandwiches here. This one is the Linden special. Ooh. Oh my. This is the Linden special.
Wow.
Scrumptious. And then second, oh my god, I'm literally breaking this. Second is the Isabella.
Ooh.
This is the one that I got in kid size. Very excited. I'm gonna go with the Linden first, because that's what, I mean, it's called the Linden Store, and this is the Linden special, so I'm assuming this is their best one. That's pretty good. I will say, like, when you first eat it, because there's like all the oh my god, a car's coming. There's all the cheese and the meat at the bottom, so that's what I got hit with first. I was like, ooh, a little salty, but actually once you get the peppers and tomatoes in, it's pretty good. I'd rate the sandwich like a 7.5 out of 10. I will admit it is a bit on the saltier side, but it is really good and I do see myself coming back for it. So I'd like 7.5, maybe 8. Let's try the juice now. Oh, yeah, that's kind of good. It's not as sweet or as sour as I imagined it to be, which I think is good because it's like a nice little balance. It does feel healthy, I guess, because it's pressed juice. It's not bad. I kind of like that. No, no. Why am I scared of these people? They all are probably really nice. Oh, excuse me. Whatever. I want to eat my sandwich. Okay, so this is the Isabella, which is like a caprese.
In Italian, caprese.
I need another bite. That was pretty good. Definitely on the less salty, lighter side. I'm not like kicked with salt, even though there's prosciutto in there. I don't know if it's necessarily like a special sandwich. Is it better than the food I'm getting in my dining hall? Yes. Would I rather eat this and other things? Yes. Would I go really out of my way to eat this sandwich? Maybe not. I'd rate it like a 6.5 out of 5. What am I saying? 6.5 out of 10. But it is like a solid. Like I feel like you could never go wrong with it, but you would never go out of your way to get it. Did I rate the drink? I don't think I give it a number. I would give it an 8 out of 10. Maybe 7.5 just because it's so freaking expensive for freaking lemonade. But okay, I'm gonna get one more bite of my sandwiches and then I'm gonna start the question. I'm going to start with some of the questions that lead to love. Question number 1. Given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? Okay, if I could have dinner with anyone like right now, this is a hard one. If it's like a celebrity or like known figure, I would probably say Walt Disney. Even though I know he was kind of messed up and believed a lot of things that are messed up, I freaking love Disneyland, so I would want to talk to him about Disneyland and that kind of stuff, not about his bad beliefs. But if it's not a celebrity or like world-known figure, I would definitely want to have dinner with my grandma right now because I have not seen her since I left for college and I know she's super lonely, and I miss her, so I would want to have dinner with her. Number 2, would you like to be famous, and if so, in what way? Yeah, I think I would like to be famous. I think that'd be really fun. I don't know what I would want to be famous for. I'm not that creative or talented, so I don't think there's a lot of things I could be famous for. Like, I don't think I'd pull off a TikTok star. Like, also, contrary to popular opinion among all of my friends, I think I'd make a sick K-pop star, so that would be really cool too. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say and why? Yes, absolutely. Why? Because I'm stupid when I talk to people sometimes and say the dumbest things, so I have to like go through it and rehearse in my head. Number 4, what would you constitute a perfect day for you? A perfect day? Ooh, I don't know. A perfect day like depends on my mood of what would be a perfect day. Like sometimes it would be going to Disneyland all day because I love Disneyland, but I wouldn't want to go by myself or with people I don't like. So perfect day would be going to somewhere I love like Disneyland with people I love, like my friends or my family, and eating lots of good food. When did you last sing to yourself? And when did you last sing to someone else? The last time I sang to myself was probably when I was back at home and was singing in the shower. Last time I sang to someone was probably back at home when I was singing in the shower to my sister. I'm not a great singer, so there's no other time where I would be singing to someone else. And at school, I'm too self-conscious to sing in the shower, in like the bathrooms that we share. The next question is, if you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want? I'm gonna go with body of a 30-year-old not for like looks or anything, but I know people say that as they get older, it's harder to do things that they want to do because their body doesn't move as well. So I would go with body. And the older you would get wiser, right? So I'd want the mind, so I can mind of like a 90-year-old, so I have all my experiences and know all those things, but be able to do the things I want to do with a 30-year-old's body. Do I have a secret hunch about how I will die? I have no idea how I will die. Name 3 things that you and your partner appear to have in common. I don't have a partner, just a sandwich. So. For what in your life do you feel most grateful? Friends, family, and opportunities I've been given. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be? That's a tricky one. I mean, I'm very grateful for the way I was raised. I think it was great. I wouldn't really change anything about it, but I could probably benefit from seeing other people's lives and seeing how fortunate I was in the way that I grew up. But I think that's true for everyone. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be? I would want the ability to not gain weight, unless I like have to. That way, I could eat all of the food that I want and not worry about getting fat. Or not fat, but and not worry about being unhealthy. That'd be sick. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know? I would want to know about my life in the future. Does that count? I don't know. What do you value most in a friendship? What I value most in friendship is equal values. So, like, if we have the same priorities, and we also are loyal, like, loyalty is really important, but just a sense of understanding and this, like, connection with values, so that they're just things that you kind of, like, get with your friends and understand about each other that are really unexplainable, but allow you to work really well together. What is your most treasured memory? I'm not sure. Definitely something having to do with my friends, but I don't know, like, college is a really different stage of my life than high school was, so I have a lot of valuable memories from both, but I don't know which one outweighs the other. What is your most terrible memory? Back in high school, so I think this is like my junior or sophomore year, my fencing coach made us go to the beach to train, and it was the worst day of my life. I can't run for the life of me, and he made us run on the sand. It was just really, really hard for me. It was not even physically, but I love my fencing coach, but his, like, approach was very mentally difficult for me at the time. I don't know, I just have really bad memories associated with that day, and it kind of prevented me from going to the beach for a hot minute. If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you are now living, and why? I don't know, because I would definitely want to spend the most amount of time with my friends and my family. I guess it depends on if they know I'm going to die, because I wouldn't want them to, like, know, but I also wouldn't want myself to die without, like, suddenly for them. I think I'd be a little bit more ambitious about the things that I want to do, just because there's no risk to it. Like, let's say something goes wrong, it isn't wrong in the long term. But I think the things that I would want to be ambitious about are different, because I wouldn't get a long-term impact out of it, if that makes sense. And a lot of things that I've thought about are past a year planning. That was a horrible answer. How close and warm is your family? Do you feel your childhood was happier than most other people's? I cannot speak for other people's childhood, because I don't really know. Everyone had different experiences. However, I had a really good experience in my childhood. I think I was ungrateful for it at the time, but looking back, definitely love my family, love the way that I was raised. I think quarantine really helped with that. I don't know, like, being around those crazy people for a couple of months and being kind of stuck with them made me really, really appreciate my family and really value family. Definitely this year I've been thinking about that a lot more and appreciative of them a lot more. Looking back, I think I had an amazing childhood. I was so happy. Like, in elementary school, I was the nerdiest person ever, such a teacher's pet, had no friends, but I was in my own little bubble that with my parents that I just, like, loved life. When was the last time you cried by yourself, and when was the last time you cried in front of another person? So I cry a lot. This is actually a really interesting thing. I cry very easily, and there are certain people in my life who know how to make me cry really easily, but recently I haven't been crying much or at all, and I think my body really didn't know how to deal with it, and so it's been a really weird feeling. Like, my body's like, Kimberly, it's time to cry, like you haven't cried in a really long time. But I'm really lucky because there aren't things that are happening right now that make me want to cry or make me need to cry. So that's been really weird, but that's not answering the question. The last time I cried was probably was like the week that I moved in this year, so end of August, which might not seem like a long time to whoever's watching this, but for me that's pretty good because there was like a solid period of time where I was crying at least once a week. Last time I cried to somebody, maybe it was probably the same time. I don't know. I probably called one of my friends and cried to them because I do be like that. Tell your partner something that you like about them already. I'm just gonna tell the sandwich that I really like you. You're very yummy. A lot of these make sense for like personal conversations, but I feel like would just make this video really sad. Also, half of them are like, tell your partner something, tell your person this. So obviously I can't do that. All right, I'm gonna answer some would you rather questions now. Would you rather the aliens that make first contact be robotic or organic? I've never thought about this. I'm gonna say organic because robotic is harder to control. You know how there's all those movies about AI being like taking over? That's basically robots. So I feel like organic aliens would have a weak spot. Would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak? I would rather lose the ability to read. If I can't talk, I'd go crazy. Also, with technology these days, I could just have like my phone or my computer speak whatever I need to read and I would just listen to it and then it's fine. Would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales? I'm gonna go with fur. Scales kind of freak me out. Like I don't like a lot of animals or dragons and stuff that have scales. Not that dragons are real, but I don't know how I would take care of scales. Like at least for fur, you wash it and brush it the same way. Although, waiting for my hair to dry after taking a shower is so annoying. I can't imagine my whole body being like that. That would suck. No, I'm gonna stick with fur. Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year off your life? I'd rather lose a year off my life because I think I would rather end it early than have a pause or a halt in the middle. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early? My parents would say to always be 20 minutes early. I tend to always be 10 minutes late. So I would go with 10 minutes late because that's what I'm used to. Also, I feel like when you show up to events that you're not really close to the host, if you show up early, it's so awkward. Would you rather have one real get out of jail free card or a key that opens any door? A key that opens any door. I don't think that there's anything I want to do with my life that's supposed to end up with me in jail. I have this problem a lot when I'm studying on campus where I want to study in a room and it's freaking locked and I can't unlock it because I don't have a key, but if I had the key, then I'd be able to unlock it and I'd be able to go in there and study. So definitely that one. Would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality or a 6 with an amazing personality? 6 with an amazing personality. Otherwise, I'd like go crazy. Would you rather be able to talk to land animals, animals that fly, or animals that live under the water? I'd go with land animals because I see them the most. Would you rather have all traffic lights you approach be green or never have to stand in line again? I'd rather not ever have to wait in line again. Because then, if you go to like Disneyland, you ride everything. That was sick. Also, when you're driving, waiting at a red light's not that bad. Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into your own future or 10 minutes into the future of everyone but yourself? I would say my own future because I don't know what I would do with the information of like what's happening to other people in the future. Like what if I hear that something really bad is gonna happen to them that's out of my control? Then I'd just feel guilty and I feel like I should do something, but if it's like really out of my control, there's not much I can do. Also, I feel like I would start making decisions for other people and that's not fair to them or myself, so no. I would want to see my own future. Would you rather have unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay for food at restaurants? I definitely eat at restaurants way more than I travel internationally, so never have to pay for food. Never have to pay for food at restaurants. Would you rather move to a new city or town every week or never be able to leave the city or town you were born in? This is hard. I'm the type of person that it doesn't really matter where I live, like as long as the people there are good. But if you only live there for a week, you wouldn't be able to make friends. But what if you get stuck in a place that you don't like the people there? I would never want to be able to leave the city or town I was born in. One, because I was born in LA, so that's kind of a good city. But more importantly, I think for me, I would be able to find solid relationships with people no matter where I'm at, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I was moving all the time. Like, I feel like moving all the time and seeing all these cool places would be really fun at first, and then it'd be really exhausting and sad. Would you rather travel the world for a year on a shoestring budget or stay in only one country for a year but live in luxury? I would rather travel the world for a year on a cheaper budget, because I think you learn, or not, you don't learn, but like you experience so many things when you are restricted financially. I feel like I always end up eating the best food when I spend the least amount of money. But also, I really want to see the world. That'd be really cool. Let's pause on the would you rathers. What's a body part that you wouldn't mind losing?
These nuts. Got him!
Maybe my toenails? Does that count? Because then I wouldn't have to clip my toenails. Because not toes, because, well, I don't like feet, but feet are required to walk. Or maybe one of my fingers. I feel like I'd still be able to live life and do my own thing. What's something that your brain tries to make you do and you have to will yourself not to do it? 2 answers. The first being like, when I eat something that's really good, even if I'm full, I always want more. So I have to work really hard to like not go and get a second portion, even though that is what I want, and I don't always stop myself. 2 is laughing at like middle school inappropriate jokes. They get me every time. Like yo mama jokes, love them. And sometimes it's really not appropriate to laugh at those things. I'm in college, I shouldn't be laughing at some things that my professors say when it's not on purpose, but it's kind of hard. But I'm pretty good about stopping myself. What problem or situation did TV/movies make up that you thought would be common, but when you grew up you found it wasn't common? I think this is a stupid answer, but like Asian dramas make it seem like you will fall in love really easily, but if that were true, I would definitely have a partner to answer my questions with.
You're still there.
Me? Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just eating my lunch.
Yeah, it looks healthy.
It's good. Have a good day.
You too. What's for lunch?
I got sandwiches from the Linden store.
You're amazing.
Okay, so I think that's gonna be the end of today's Q&A/answering would you rather questions. Thank you for coming on my little lunch date with me. I actually had a really fun time answering the questions. So hopefully you guys like my answers, and I definitely plan on doing another one of these sometime soon. Oh my god. And don't forget to hit that like button. Right, wait. How does this work again? I haven't done this in so long. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are one of my subscribers, don't forget to turn post notifications on so that you get notified when I post a new video. And comment down below anything you want to say, any questions you have. And yeah, have a good week, have a good day, have a good hour, whatever you want to do. And I'll see you next time. Hasta la vista, mi amigos. Peace.